I don't let any cutscenes I would normally play since I haven't actually played this game before. We're gonna go with the default names for everybody. I think that's the correct thing to do when you're playing a game for the first time. Cool. Awesome. Thanks. Yeah, so you'll notice when I click OK, it says Okiska. It's Japanese, it's short for OK desu ka, OK desu ka, which means is it okay? That's also in Earthbound, so it's nice to see they brought that back for this one. So their father's name is Flint. Their mother is Hinawa. And Boney is the dog. Alright, well, unless if pizza is an option, we're gonna go with pizza. I've always done that in Earthbound. I'll go ahead and change that. Probably gonna go with Rocket, just for reference. That's our default thing in Earthbound, so we'll keep it that way. Rocket. I'm a fan of Rocket. Give a little apostrophe now. I didn't have that possibility in the Super Nintendo era. Oh hell no. X-speed, fast, window, mint. Fuck yeah. Alright. I'm already digging how similar it is to Earthbound in general. Now it's possible, I haven't tried this since the translation first came out. I don't know if the rhythm problem with emulation is still there, but we'll see what we see. This is pretty bumping music. Millie Village. Sweet. This is a very Runaway 5 kind of song. Dude, this song is boss as hell. Why didn't anybody tell me about this? Yeah, I'm about to need to score the soundtrack. Alright, and now his father, so that's Lucas's grandfather. Of course, you got a sleepy protagonist. I know Tomato, the guy who translated this, him and his team anyway, he was a really good person to have on the team to translate. Earthbound's humor is really, really quirky. It's hard to localize. A little bit of a cleaner UI since you don't have the multiple menus. Another reference to the first Earthbound. Well, to Earthbound. Mother 2. R.I.P. Lucas, we miss you in Smash Brothers. Glad this game kept some of the advances from Earthbound that aren't in a lot of other RPGs, like being able to play the whole game with your left hand. Man, this music is sweet. Down with this game. Okay, so clearly Lucas is psychic because he can talk to animals like Ness. Okay, got it. Checking out my buttons. Alright, Nintendo, that's the best form of railroading I've seen. There are ants here, you might step on them, so continue in that direction. What's up, Frog? A story is a series of memories. Deep Frog. Tell us, Frog. Oh, so frogs are save points. Okay, cool. Alright, alright. Give my regard to the next frog you meet. Will do, dude. This baseline is sweet. Whoa. What are you doing, Klaus? I do. Think about getting a capture card for it, but they're more expensive than just about every other capture card. Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of games that are you can control with the left hand, Bravely Default is a really good RPG that you can do that with. Oh, you teach me how to ram things? Sweet. R4? No. You mean like the carts? Like the emulation carts. I know they had those for the GBA. And that's how I tried to play this, but the one that I bought was faulty, it didn't work. Yeah, right on. They work for 3DS too? I would have thought that Nintendo would have made that a lot harder. Although, that would be a good system to have that I can play emulated games on. I'll have to look into it. Make way for the great old cricket. Oh, that's okay. I'm okay with paying for games that are currently out, or even for, like, if they put stuff on the Virtual Console, I'd like to give Nintendo money. You know, I support them, but if they don't have it out yet, like for the longest time, Earthbound wasn't even available on Virtual Console. That's your only way to play it sometimes. Oh man. Sweet. That's true. You're right. So there's a rhythm component. I can do combo hits if I tap and beat with the music. And when I tried to play this before, it wasn't working with Visual Boy Advance yet, so I'm gonna keep trying to do it. I'm pretty sure you don't need to do that to beat the game. Like, you can totally get by without ever using the combos, but it's kind of neat to be able to do. Look forward to seeing you there, bro. Yeah, I'm kind of impressed. Nintendo's finally getting on board with the, the modern-day Steam sale architecture. I'll notice on the Wii U it'll pop up a lot, and they'll have games that are just on really good sales. Breaking that fourth wall. Talk to frogs as often as you can. Thanks, Alec. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I might load... I'm recording all this stuff, so I might load it as a Let's Play. Especially now that I'm able to record the chat too, so it doesn't sound like I'm just talking to nobody. Nice. I went to PAX, and I was waiting, yeah, the Gamer Freak 89 will be immortalized in YouTube, for someone who's watching this, like, 9-hour video. No, I went to PAX, and I was waiting at the airport, and this dude came up, and this is before I really knew much about Twitch, and he was like, "Hey man, you into Twitch?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've been on there once or twice." He's like, "I'm kind of a celebrity." I'm like, okay, cool. I still don't know who he was, but he was like, wanted to get his moment in the sun with a PAX nerd. I didn't give it to him. Prime, actually. I haven't been to East. I am, although, so I've been to PAX twice. The first time I went, I was living in Columbus, Ohio. It was right before East had its first event, and that was the first year that the tickets sold out in the space of like a few hours. So we had already bought hotel reservations and stuff and flights, and then we had to buy tickets on the secondary market, which kind of sucked. This last time, though, I had all this stuff running on my computer at the same time, like a refresh monkey tool, Twitter, things to tell me as soon as their page updated. The tickets sold in the space of like minutes, but I managed to score them before they sold out. Cool, man. I got family in Boston. My sister-in-law and her boyfriend live in Boston. It's a cool city. If you live there, have you tried being an enforcer for PAX East? I heard that's kind of a cool experience. Alright, will do. I got your Twitter handle. I'll probably be out there. I have never done a full playthrough of this game, so I'm excited. The music in this game is bitchin'. I've already had a little bit of a spoiler in this game because I've looked at the soundtrack names and Smash Brothers, this is his Porky's theme, and those are clearly pigs, so you know that something's going on with Pokey when he's back. Yeah, I think so. It's a fire. I really like this idea of playing as these different characters. Alright, of course, my default thing to do is go look at everything, but there's no time for that. I'm sure there's nothing I can get. played this game before I watched a Let's Play and I miss an item or something, let me know, but otherwise don't spoil it for me. Ah, doorknob! He's gonna be a permanent party member. Even has a red shirt. Yes, I did. I was following it so closely around that time when we thought it was actually gonna come out. Seen like the minecart level and all that stuff. They remind you to equip stuff in this game. That's good. One of the first people I met, who was like a similar gamer friend, I saw him reading the Earthbound strategy guide in school. I was like, "Hey man, how far are you in Earthbound?" And he's like, "I'm up to Starman Deluxe, but he keeps kicking my ass." And I'm like, I was in like 5th grade at the time. This was a long time ago. And I'm like, "Well, I'll come over and see if I can help. You know, I'm a little bit further than that." And I come over and I look at his gear, and he doesn't have anything equipped. He had the cracked bat equipped, and that was it. And I was just impressed that he made it that far in the game. It's like 80% of the way through the game with just the cracked bat. Nut bread. Oh, yeah. Does this game have an inventory limit like the first one? Looks like yes. Yeah, right? I don't know, he's just like... If you took a picture of his nest, he must have been like all buff from just leveling to get through everything. I'm not kidding. I was like, dude, you gotta equip stuff. It won't be that bad. Okay, looks like Jeff. A Funshine Saurus is on tire. It's called a spoonerism. I don't know what the Japanese equivalent of a spoonerism is. Maybe it's exactly the same as... No, he hadn't. It was the same for him. I hadn't played an RPG before, but I figure that all these items you keep finding are for some purpose, right? You're not just finding, oh cool, a Jeep bracelet, I guess I'll just sell that. Right. Fill your right index finger with a wish or strength. Cool. This is delightful. Its frogs are much more efficient than Ness's dad. He talks. Oh yeah, I got a nut. I'm gonna hit the hay for the night. Good night, sleep tight. Just like your mother. Cool, I don't have to worry about that. Oh, that's nasty. Shall I explain that again for you, defaulting to yes? That's some Ocarina of Time BS. Dialogue in this game is pretty good. Lighter and fuel. Yeah, they should just pay Tomato, the guy who did the translation. I remember all the drama. Like, Tomato was completely capable of officially doing the translation in the game, but he was holding off on doing it because he wanted to give Nintendo a chance to release it. And they just wouldn't do it. So finally, I was like, okay, enough time has passed. I don't think they're going to do it. I just want people to enjoy this game. Alright, person playing this game. We'll give him my Twitch name. My real name is Dylan. Oh man, I think there's less room because I was able to put my full name in Earthbound. I wanted to ask you. Yes. Good. Bear with me if I save at every single save point. I have no idea what's ahead of me since I haven't played it before. And it looks like saving is fairly, you know, not eventful. Big giant foresty fire. I like the tall bell dude, that was a cool gag, but I'm glad it's not going anywhere. Man, more sweet bass lines. This game is bumping. Please, let it be of use. Okay, man. Yeah, I'm having trouble doing the music thing. I guess I'll keep messing around with it. If I can't do it, it's not the end of the world. Gamer, when you watch that guy do a Let's Play, is he like constantly getting these music combos in battle? Like where it said 2 hits there? Okay. No worries. I'm not gonna use a nut bread yet, because I assume that this is a hot spring. Get it? 'Cause it's a haiku. Oh, this game's delightful. Here? Oh man, like Flit's actually nude. Right on. Okay. Main area? Okay. Is it like, in a present, or is it like... Oh, okay. So Thomas is like Pokey, he's useless in battle. The antidote is somewhere around here. Maybe that's the item. Oh, okay, don't walk on the fire. That seems reasonable. Eggman. Yeah, yeah. Subspace emissary, yeah. Got all this nut bread. Mmm, tasty. Snuck up on ya. Pretty good level for Flint. I assume the levels are still randomly generated. Is I wonder if that's manipulated at all in Earthbound speedruns. Because when you level up, the stats you get are randomized. Trying to do it. Trying to do the combos. Okay, so that's lighter. Why do you ask about Subspace Emissary, gamer? Okay. Yeah, you see all this stuff with, I think you even fight Porky, Pokey. Okay, see you soon. All right, got all this nut bread. I'm become a nut bread salesman, a nut breadsman. I don't know if there's any enemies out here, but I got so much nut bread. I'll get high on my own supply. I need some before I found my nut bread empire. Alright. See, this is what I like about these, the Earthbound, Earthbound 0, and this one, Mother 3, that like, so I was like, okay, well you save with frogs, like, well the forest is on fire, is there really going to be a frog hanging out? Well, let's make a new sprite and have him be in a bucket of water, barrel of water. Attention to detail. Oh man. Yeah, I'm coming. Crap. Some nut bread so he doesn't kill me. Another unlucky smash attack. Got a couple combos off. I still don't know that I'm doing it though, or if I'm just lucky when I press the button. Oh man. He's looking hot. Good. So, I don't know, does Mother 3 still take place in Eagle Land? Is it like different areas? I assume it's still, you know, the same universe since we've got Pokey or Porky around. You know, I'm just gonna call him Pokey. I know everything looks like a pig, but it's like people who are snobs about saying Aerith versus Eris in Final Fantasy VII. Greetings, sir. What's up, Patrick? I'm not very far. I just started playing maybe 20 minutes ago. I mean, like, they just gave me a tutorial on how to equip items, so... I'm gonna be switching up games from now and then rather than just doing one all the way through. Actually playing this at the request of someone on the stream who wanted to see this while I was playing Earthbound. Cool, man. Yeah, I've got a schedule set up. I'm gonna try to do like games that I've played before in chunks and set aside ahead of time where I'm gonna get to. So like when I do Chrono Trigger, I'll probably do up until you go back to the present with Luca and Marley. Alright, that's not really an exploit, but that technique is still in the game. Basically, after you get out of combat, you flash invincible, so you can abuse that to clip into an enemy and preemptively strike them. I should probably eat some of that nutmeg. Let me go to the hot springs and wash off this soot. I bet it wants me to do that. Heal me up too. Waste fewer nut breads from my nut bread empire. Oh, I missed you, Earthbound style of humor. It's cool. It's like it's. I haven't played it before, so it's brand new for me. Dip your head in the hot springs. Frog, save your game, which makes sense. Stands to reason. Yeah, this one's got some pretty good advances over Earthbound. still am not sure if they've improved emulation technology. I think I'd mentioned to you before, Patrick, that in battles you like have to tap the confirm button in rhythm in order to get combo hits. And the emulation is just so slightly off that it doesn't quite work. I've been able to do it a couple times on accident, but I haven't been able to tell you whether it's actually because I'm making it happen or I just don't know the timing. Welcome back, sir. Bears can be scary, but frogs are always cool. You didn't miss much there, gamer. I just went in the hot springs and cleaned off everything except my head. Hooray! And believe it or not, the real sneakers, it is my first playthrough of the game, even though I've been a lifelong Earthbound fan. I got turned off on this when I first tried to play the fan translation because of the emulator timing issue I just mentioned. So I'm excited to be playing through it. It's okay later. Not covered in suit. I mean, this ain't nothing. Man, you're not Bruce Willis. He owes me one. And it's going to start raining. Hooray! Clean away the soot. Yeah, if you just joined us, what's happened so far, Flint is Lucas's dad, and we know almost nothing about this family yet other than that there's Lucas, his brother Klaus, his mother, and Flint the dad. We very briefly got a tutorial level with Lucas, and then we cut to Flint here where these guys dressed like pigs, probably have something to do with Porky, or Pokey from Earthbound, that set up the forest on fire. So Flint went out to go and save this kid fuel, and his dad lighter. Yado, man. You know, I don't know if that's been established. I mean, Earthbound and Earthbound Zero are in the same timeline, clearly. There's some speculation that Ness's dad is Ninten, the hero of Earthbound Zero. I know that Pokey's in this game, and I only know that because of Smash Brothers Brawl, where there's in the Subspace Emissary, you fight him. So if he's in this game, either it's like just a couple years afterward and he's like still 12 years old, or he's frozen in time, or he's a robot or something. I don't know, I guess we're gonna find out. Clearly none of these towns are the towns from Earthbound, right? Like it's Tasmilly instead of 1 to 2 and 3 and 4 side. Thank you, gamer. I appreciate that. Let me speculate idly. Nobody jump in and tell me how wrong I am. I'm excited to find out. You notice they kept using the phrase pitch black. That is like an idiom in Japanese. You'll notice that a lot in anime. People will say that. You monster. Well, I guess that's the benefit of playing a game for the first time when you're a new streamer and you don't have a big enough audience that it's just full of trolls shouting, you know, Lucas kills Dumbledore. Porky is Darth Vader's father. Alright, got an antidote. Flint! What's up, dude? Cool, sounds good. Got a pretty rockin' hat there. Have I seen Hanawa and the kid? Hanawa, that's Lucas's mom's name. I have not seen them. The Dragos were from the very beginning of the game. They kind of look like T-Rexes or like wingless dragons, which maybe is what they're trying to go for. And Lucas and Klaus and Hanawa's dad, so Lucas's grandpa, were raising these Drago creatures. Screams. That's kind of dark. Yeah, I should probably go check on them. Looks like me going to get items right away. Alright, so I'm heading back home to see if my family made it home okay. Give my regards to the next froggy. I will do that, sir. It's a letter from Hinawa. Home by this evening. Right. But she's clearly not home. Something's not good. If you're Alt-Tab, I just read a letter that from his wife, Flint's wife, saying, "Hey, I'm supposed to be home this evening." She's clearly not home, though. Thanks, Fuel. Okay, thanks, gamer. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for, because I don't want to be like reading a guide while I play, but I also want to miss stuff. Oh yeah, I'll take Boney with me. Dude, the music in this game is sweet. I did find something in Boney's doghouse when the game first started, Gamer, so I may have gotten it then. I can go check up top real quick. Okay, but you think it's something that's behind a house. Cool beans, I will watch out for it. Baseline. Still don't bug anybody. There's a town here, so I can check behind the houses in town. You remember it's just like a matter of mashing the button behind a house, or is it like there's clearly like a present or something? Okay, no worries. I'll just move along. Okay. You're good, man. So like head back into town and go right. In that area that I was just in. Oh, I think this might be true. Alright. Absolutely. I have never played it before. You can tell me if I'm missing an item, but... Dude, that guy has a robust German cap. With a little feather. Oh man. Worried about Hinawa. This forest was just recently on fire. Thank you, I'm excited. I said Earthbound's my favorite game of all time, so just the fact that there's Earthbound-like stuff happening so far is making me happy. I've heard people say that they like this game better than Earthbound, which that seems crazy to me, but maybe it'll be interesting. Okay, that's cool. I mean, I have a nostalgic connection to Earthbound that I think would win over no matter what. This already seems like it has a deeper tone from the beginning, because, I mean, Earthbound has that crazy dark tone shift at the end when you get the Gaius's lair, but up until then it's fairly lighthearted. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured from people's commentary. There, so I just did a combo. I don't know if I actually made it happen though, since I don't know if there's a problem with the emulator or not. Hopefully, Boney stays in my party longer than the dog did in the first game. Well, he's a baked Yam monster instead of a regular Yam monster because he was just in forest fire. That's clever. Well, maybe I can do it. Kind of baked Yam. maybe that's part of it. So I use Spriter's resource all the time, I mentioned it earlier. Yeah, Noob, my concern though is that when this patch first came out, Virtual Boy Advance, like the clock frequency on it was slightly off. It was just off enough that you couldn't really do it with an emulator, you had to have it on a cart. And I think they may have fixed that, because I mean, they released this fan translation like 5 years ago, or 6 years ago, a long time ago. So that might not be true anymore. I just would like to know whether or not it's true. Because if it's, you know, if the clock is fixed, then I will try really hard to try to match the beat. Yeah, man. Spider's resource. If you ever want to get into your own perler bead creation. Gamer here was showing me some of his own bead sprites he has from Etsy on his back wall. Like he's got Majora's Mask and stuff. I was saying that I made these ones. They're super fun to make, and I eventually want to stream myself making perler beads. But I think it's something you could stream. You could have a camera focused on it, and then have something coming from the monitor that has the sprite that you're working on. I can show you what it looks like. Like, here, I'm gonna pause briefly from Mother 3 to show what I'm talking about. So, like, suppose you want to do, let's do a nest sprite, right? Right, so you should be able to see nests on my screen here. All that I've done, I've just loaded it into Paint. I'm going to hit Control G, and you can see the grid. And if it's really still a problem, just make a new image of it. And you can still see it quite good. You can also do something where you try to take a screenshot. So I'm going to use a snipping tool here to take a screenshot of nests. Right, already zoomed in. I'm going to get rid of the grid this time. And I can zoom in real close. And now you can pretty easily count if you're doing your bead sprite like the ones back here. You can say, okay, there's one green. Whoops. There's one green, there's three black, there's three green, there's three black, there's two green, and so on until you complete it. Yeah, that'll be something that if I do stream bead spriting, I would do that live and walk through the steps very slowly so you can very easily see it. But yeah, you just grab everything off of Spriter's resource, zoom in, turn on the grid so you can see the separate pixels. It's pretty cool. Right, back to Mother 3. Yeah, I do a little bit of pixel art for my D&D game that I do in Roll20. I use sprites in it, so I haven't made any completely original sprites, but I do a lot of manipulation of existing sprites. Yeah, man, it would certainly be something that I would also load to YouTube, because it would be nice to have just a guide that's available. You can get perler beads at pretty much any craft store, like Michael's is where I got mine. You can get them online too. There's a store that sells them. Like it's actually kind of cool. Like there are certain bead colors that are very common in certain tile sets. Like there's a dark red that's very common in Super Nintendo, but that bead is very rare. Like you almost exclusively need to buy it on eBay. You can't find it in stores. So if you want to go really crazy, you can get really deep into perler bead spriting. It's a really fun activity. I think we've got at least one person in the chat who's done bead spriting with me before. It's kind of relaxing. Done it with a group before. Yeah, man, when I do it, I'll either I'll let you know when I start streaming it, or I'll just make sure I record it and send you the YouTube link. I'll make that a public video. Twitch isn't super receptive to stuff that's not video games, at least at the beginning, so I kind of want to build a little bit of an audience first. If you use Reddit r bead sprites is the name of the subreddit. They've got a lot of good stuff. There's a sidebar that has some resources for you that you can check out if you want to get started sooner than that. It's Marstead. It's the same name. I should add it to my list, huh? I'll do that. Damn it, Bobby! Trying to be careful around snakes or not. Beef jerky. Alright. I'm going to avoid that snake just because I'm out of antidotes. Okay, talking about his slightly unclean cookies, man. Wait, so am I correct? Is there no inventory limit in this game? Oh no, it looks like there is. Okay. It looks like it's a little bit more relaxed than Earthbound. Oh man. Things aren't looking good. Yeah, right? It was brutal in Earthbound. Like, you were not allowed to keep everything. Yeah. I mean, you could go call Escargot Express and never pick up 3 items at a time from you, but man. I love Earthbound, and it makes a lot of good advances, but I don't think I can defend the inventory limit. Like, limited inventory makes sense when it creates interesting gameplay, but what interesting gameplay does that create? I can't think of any situation where it was more fun because of that. Or more challenging even. Oh, get it? Oh, yeah, no, I read about this. So this is cool. Bud and Lou, right? They're named Bud and Lou, like Bud Abbott and Lou Costello, the American comedians. In Japanese, I'm pretty sure they're named after the Japanese comedic duo, so they tried to maintain the joke. Yeah, see how they're doing like slapstick comedy. They do a little comedy bow there at the end. It would have been really hard to localize this game, but Tomato, the guy who did it, did a really good job. It's like the iron pencil, the pencil statue in Earthbound. Is there a cameraman? I haven't run into one yet. You mean like the Fuzzy Pickles guy? If there is, I haven't seen him yet. Everybody seems to be concerned that Lucas, Klaus, and now are not still alive. What's up, Boney? This game's really well animated, especially compared to Earthbound. But look at all the animation frames in Boney there when he was on the wall. Interesting piece of trivia. Earthbound has the graphics it has intentionally. It was one of the very first nostalgic games. It was trying to look like an NES game, Earthbound Zero, and I've heard that Mother 3 in the same way is intentionally trying to look like a Super Nintendo game. That shield is a gift from my parents. They found it at a random pawn shop in Arkansas. Right? How the hell does that happen? But it is most excellent. Old Man Wes isn't a rickety old man. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, right? You think they'd be like, oh, I went on this really cool like gamer website and some guy, man. No, like pawn shop, Arkansas. That could be, and I can roll with that. Because I wonder, like, in what game is a limited inventory interesting? It's interesting in, like, a survival horror game like Dead Space. It adds to the environment. But in an RPG, does it really, what value does it add? Oh, right on. Another character. So yeah, so I'm gonna pick OK, and he's gonna say Okuska. Just Japanese OK Desuka, he's saying it really fast. They like to contract things, and it means, is it okay? Okuska? Okuska. It's also an Earthbound. Oh, okay, he's making the dog sniff the sock. Like Flint is sniffing the sock. Okuska. It's okay, Desu-ka. And the abbreviation is okay, Desu-ka? Okuska? I'm just saying it really fast. Alright, Boney. Get it, Boney. Wait. Wake up, dude. Come on, Duster. Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah, you're right. Easy toy. Wait, there were all those presents in Duster's house! I gotta get back. Okay, cool. That was a kind of cool little cutscene. Your wall staple technique. It's like it's a Dragon Ball Z ability, like climbing a wall. Right, the dark shading. They're literally staples. Oh, that's delightful. Ollie's cool. Will do, man. Wall staple talent. Great Kamehameha wave. I'll do my best is a very Japanese thing to say. I don't know if this game has the... So like there's the whole feeling in Earthbound that it's like this is what Japan thinks America is like in the 90s. I don't know if that's true for Mother 3 or not. Still a lot of very Western looking characters, but... Okay, so you can have 3 people here. Will do, man. Aw, man. I ain't even trying to hear that. And they had to play a sad got the item sound? Man, I don't think good things about to happen. Oh, it's like a key item. Oh! Appreciate that, Patrick. To your point, at least they put the key items in their own tab in this game. That was what was so bad. You needed to carry around like 10 key items in your inventory for all of Earthbound. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. What I've seen so far. There's anyone in the room that knows about the combo system in this game? Like, is there a musical cue to when I should press the button? I'm just kind of tapping it in beat with the snare drum and the kick drum, but if there's like some cue I should be listening for, let me know. Boom, boom, boom. Like, should I be following the bass line or the snare in the background there? Or maybe it changes from song to song. I'm gonna try bassline on this one. Didn't work. These are the guys who set the forest on fire. It looks like they have a cyborg moose. Okay. Alright. Can roll with that. I like the title of that question, gamer. Thank you. Good. So that's why there was a save point down there. Reconstructed Caribou. I don't know that there's actually any reason for me to use these abilities yet, so I'm not going to. Does he have any special thief tools? Wall staple. Interesting. Okay. Sniff. Oh, I bet that's like spy that Jeff has. Well, I found the answer for this song. Okay. Alright, we can do this. This might be one of the easier songs for it. It's like the super jump in Mario RPG. Though you gotta do it with the music, and I think it means you need to confirm when you want to do it. Wall staples? Okay. Oh. Cool. I didn't think that would actually use in combat. Thank you, sir. Keep that in mind. It does seem like levels are less RNG dependent. In Earthbound, you would level up sometimes and get an oh baby on everything, and other times you would just get like +1 HP. But maybe that's confirmation bias, I haven't seen that many levels. Well, I don't know if I need to use any nut bread, but I've certainly got more than enough. Sorry, Flint, I'm gonna get high on your own supply. You're not gonna be able to start your nut bread empire anytime soon. So really Flint needs it the worst, and I guess the Duster could have one. Yeah, man, I can do the music thing, I just want to know that it actually works. So I'm not going to try to do it if the emulator doesn't work, but yeah, I got 16, so it seems like the emulator problem has been fixed. That is exciting. Poor handwriting. All the creatures around here suck. We need to make them cooler. So the theme will be tougher, rougher, badder. We'll mix and match this and that to create whole new things no one's ever seen before. Okay, so this has to be from Pokey or Porky himself. Greetings! Super Okega Destruction. And how are you, sir or madam? Sorry for being so sad. I like the sparrows. Center on items, okay. Different for each person. I would check their skills. Alright, let's do that. I did, thank you, sir. I haven't pulled it up just yet. Swing wildly to damage all enemies. Oh, that's helpful. Yeah, I don't like abilities that do that kind of thing. Super Okega Destruction. Aw, yeah. Cool. Then greetings, sir. What brings you to a stream of Mother 3? Have you played this game before? Are you a fan of Earthbound? Oh, I thought you meant the question. No, I'm using a Xbox controller. I have a one of those wireless adapters. I've got it hooked up. Sorry, no, I did miss your question. No, wait a minute, actually. Awesome. I haven't played it before. I am the biggest fan in the universe of Earthbound, but this is my first time playing Mother 3, now that I know. Any way to get across? Oh, they probably fixed the trees at the bottom that I was waiting for. Just... Now that I know that they fixed the emulator problem and I can actually do the musical combat. So yeah, if you want to experience Mother 3 through the eyes of someone who's a big Earthbound fan but has never played it before, this is the place for you. So sensitive around Flint. A way to confirm it 100%. No. I've played Super Smash Bros. Brawl, so I know that Pokey's in this game and that he's called Porky instead. I think that's what he's always called in the Japanese. And so I know that when they play that song, like it's called Porky's theme, it's the Smash Bros. Brawl soundtrack info. So unfortunately, that's been spoiled for me. But when I saw that it had the little pig icon on it, it sounded like something that Pokey would say. I assumed it was Pokey. Yeah, I don't know if I would have guessed that if I hadn't have played Brawl and seen that in the soundtrack. I'm pretty sure this translation came out around the time that Brawl was released, and there were a lot of people saying, don't play Subspace Emissary and Brawl if you haven't finished Mother 3 yet, because there are some spoilers. Hey, Lou and Abbott, or Lou and Bud, the two comedians, Abbott and Costello. Now you say that? Yuck, yuck, yuck. Yeah, it's okay. It's one of those things when I was playing the Subspace Emissary, I was like, don't remember this, don't remember this, don't remember this, but I couldn't undo it. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. It's not a big deal. No, I looked at that note and I wasn't just guessing that was Pokey, I knew for certain that was Pokey. So, no, you're fine. Okay, that looks like Lucas and Klaus's clothes. Ruined everything. That's it, I just have to stop. Ruined it. I'm gonna have to put on Call of Duty Black Ops. Sorry guys. Super Okega Destruction came in and just... Super Okega destroyed this playthrough. Stream's over. Go home. And I'm not happy about this situation. Oh, shit. Bronson, you have a strong nose. great. That's helping with whatever the bad news is about to be. Bollocks to that. That's some horseshit. That is some horseshit. I've got some good news and bad news. Dude, you need to take classes with your holding up house's nose. Like, that is not sensitive. You could use this. It would be a sweet weapon. Oh, your wife's dead. BT dubs. This is where it gets started. So you're telling me I went to all the trouble of naming this character? This fucking sucks, man. It's okay, Flint. I know. Whoa, whoa, leave Nose Dude alone. Shoot the messenger. Although this is impressive from a storytelling perspective that, you know, clearly whatever character you're controlling in an Earthbound game is a silent protagonist. But we're getting to see a lot of emotion without any dialogue, and that's impressive. Glasses, dude. Nose Dude. Bronson. That is the correct name for that guy. I know that guy's name's not Bronson in Japanese, but mad props to Tomato for naming this dude Bronson, because that is his name. Like, just clearly, you just look at him like, yeah, he's a Bronson. Whoa! Shit. Just whack him over there with a 2x4. Alright, lighter. Man, shit sucks. Grim. Can I play as Bronson? I mean, he's not the one who knocked him out, but still, he's... to rip off some of this music for my D&D game. One hit KO. Well, my original plan, you're asking how often will I stream Mother 3. My original plan was to, like, switch games up between different points, but I think I might just stream Mother 3 until I beat it. Like, I'm hooked. My plan for right now is around this time every day. I'll load when it's over a Let's Play to YouTube and put a link to it on the page, but yeah, you can expect around 2:30, 3 o'clock Pacific time through up through at the latest 6 o'clock Pacific time on weekdays. You gonna play it on your R4 card, gamer? Alright, Bronson. Lock is rusted. You know what that means? Oh, maybe not. Wasn't what I thought it meant. Hey, Klaus. Hey, get it? Get it? Klaus's name is an anagram of Lucas, and he's Lucas's twin. So I wonder what that is in Japanese. Clearly they have anagrams like Tokyo and Kyoto. Man, it sucks to be Lucas. Yeah, so Ness has a pretty good life, right? Right? Ness is like, hey, there's a meteor. Oh man, I'm the hero. Oh, I've got all these friends. I got these ladies. I got teddy bears and bicycles. First thing that you see happen to Lucas is mom dies. I'm going to have to stream Subspace Emissary Brawl after I beat this game, because I'm imagining the scene where, like, Lucas is getting chased, and the look on his face is just like, I've just had enough shit. And then Ness shows up and saves him. That might have more meaning now that I've actually played this game. Give me that apple. Is there like a lockpick in there? Cool. What's up, Duster? Duster has a good mustache. Right? An alternate version of Motherhood 3 where you eat the apple, choke to death, game's over. Sorry. You got anything else there? Yeah, man, why don't you join my party and let's go on our romping adventure through time and space. Use wall staples. Yes. Thanks, Mapson. Are you serious? Man. Oh yeah, this is a remix of the previous version. It's like the bummer remix of America Fuck Yeah. The old version was really bumpin'. It's like a slight moral decision, like is Flint a paragon or a renegade? Okay, blonde dude. My wife died. My wife died. I'm gonna charge into you a couple times. Dude's tall. I can't talk to him. Wait. I thought I saw a little speech bubble. Yeah. What's up, Rastamon? What's up, dude? Nippolite. It's Greek, right? Yeah, I'll look it up later. Unless if someone wants to Wikipedia what the etymology of Nippolite is, that's curious. Maybe it means grave digger. Man, Earthbound with the puns, even at a time like this. Does it, like, give me an item if I run into it wobbly? I guess not. Great Grave. Again, props to Tomato. Good translation. Great Grave. She looks like the bag lady enemies from Earthbound. Not drink at a time like this. True connoisseurs know that this is the ultimate shovel of the highest quality. Okay. Guess that means Flint is a shovel connoisseur. I'd say you should probably apologize to me later, but I think I would probably need to be whacked in the head with a 2x4. If you missed it earlier in the game, that old guy is Hinawa's dad, so Lucas's grandpa. Alec. Looks like Sean Connery. Just after I had such a wonderful time with my grandkids. Sorry. Say, come to think of it, where's Klaus? Is he not with you? He said he was going to see you, and then never came back. Lucas, do you know where Klaus went? It's because I think he looks like Sean Connery. It's not good to keep secrets from people. Goose-stepping morons like yourself should try reading books instead of banning them. I mean, don't tell me Klaus went after like the Testament Drive to try it. That's wild, man. So Lucas isn't the current character, so he gets to talk. He's not a silent protagonist. Oh, great, Lucas. How about a Drago Tooth from Action Bronson? So we gotta go find Bronson's house, which I don't think is on the map, is it? Yeah, I think so. We're back to regular bumpin' version of this song, not the Team America Bummer remix. Pretty good Bummer remix, though. Oh, can I just like go in places now? I rip off a lot of game music for my D&D game that I do want to stream on here eventually. I have not touched the Mother 3 soundtrack in any way. That's going to have to change. Thanks, man. Back to the Nutbread Empire. Where does Bronson live? That's where Bronson lives, alright. I could just